Hi, I'm Mahmoud, founder of Agenta, and this is a short walkthrough of the platform. We have an AI application in production. We will trace it, see what's going wrong, then open these traces in the playground to debug them. We will then create test cases from these failures so that they don't happen again. And finally, we will deploy our changes to production. This is a prototypical workflow in AI engineering. So let's go. So our application is an AI recruiter. It takes CVs and then it helps the recruiter classify them into fit or not fit. Here's how it looks like. I'm gonna upload the CV. It will extract the markdown and then I can screen the candidate. The prompt will say whether this candidate is a fit or not. So I, as a recruiter here, would read this and maybe notice that the candidate doesn't speak German. And German is a requirement for us. So I will flag this as wrong and say, candidates should speak German, and send this feedback. Now let's jump to Agenta. I see here all the traces, but I want to see the ones where the feedback has been negative. I can filter for these and ask for these that have an annotation with our evaluator user feedback, with the score being negative. I open these, I find my trace. I can look here at the trace. I can see the CV, the output of the application. It says that overall it's a match. And I can read the feedback from my subject matter expert saying that the candidate should speak German. So let's debug this. I can open this in the playground. Now the cool thing, this is connected to my prompt that is used in production, which means I can rerun the same inputs against my prompt and see that it's returning true. So let me add a new requirement to fix that. I'm gonna add here and say as a must-have, the candidate must speak German. Let me rerun this. Now the overall match is false because the candidate does not speak German. This seems to fix the issue. First, let me commit my change as a new version and say added a requirement for the candidate to speak German. But I want to make sure this doesn't happen again, so I want to create a test case for that. I have already a test set that I'm gonna load into the playground. So I load my test set and say I want to keep the test case I have here. Let's close this down. This is my new test case that have been added. Let me open it. Now let me set the expected correct answer for the CV. And in this case, it should be false because the candidate does not speak German. So I'm gonna go here and say expected overall match is false. Now I'm gonna load an evaluator that I have already created in the playground just to make sure that I've created my test case correctly. It's a JSON evaluator that compares the output of the application, which is JSON, to the expected answer. I can see that the match is correct. If I remove now the German and rerun this, then the overall match is off. This is good. So now that it's working in the playground, I'm going to commit my changes back to the test set and add this new scenario for the German test case. Now we have debugged the issue and created a new test case. But before going to production, let's run our whole evaluation suite with the new test case and make sure that we did not break anything. I'm going to create a new evaluation for the latest revision of my prompt with this updated test set and our evaluator. Let's wait a moment. I can open my evaluation, see the results for the different feedbacks. We had the main one is the overall match, and I can compare this to the previous version that didn't have this, and I can see that we improved by 4%, which means that we fixed the new issue. So now let's go and deploy our changes. We can go back to the playground and select production to deploy this back there. Now next time our recruiter will use this AI, it will make sure that the candidates speak German. This is only a small part of what Agenta offers. We have also online evaluation, annotation queues, and much, much more. Check it out and check other videos on how to set up your environment in Agenta. See you in the GitHub discussions.